This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Lilach Adoni joining us here once again. Feng Shui, astrology of Shui of life. That's right. We're here talking to our friend again to learn more about the work she's doing, helping you create balance, harmony, clarity with Chinese astrology and all that she does. She joins us again here today, and we got a great conversation in store. We're going to talk a little about the energetic cost of holding on and when clutter is emotional, just not physical. So, first and foremost, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. Great. How you doing, Jill?
I'm doing fantastic, sweetheart. I really, just for those that may not know a little bit about you and your company, would you mind just sharing that? And then we'll get into today's topics.
Yes. So my company's name is Shui of Life. I am a certified life coach, Chinese astrologer, and Feng Shui. I help create clarity and understanding of people's life, of what their journey is all about, how they can create a harmony, prosperity, and healthy life with lifestyle and with understanding what is missing in their life and what they're doing less or what they're doing more in their lives to create a balance.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So let's get started. I know we're going to talk a little bit about, people holding on to items. Go ahead, give it to us. Have you
Yes.
ever opened a drawer? Say it, say it, say it.
I will. So ask yourself, like, have you ever opened a drawer or open a closet and you say, oh my God, look at this thing that's, I don't know, my ex-boyfriend gave me, or somebody that was toxic to you that gave it to you. Okay. Or maybe it's a pair of jeans that that you hold on to since you were 20 years old. And you're probably, most of us probably will not be able to go into that jeans. So the question is like, yeah, how does that make you feel when you open that drawer, when you see that item, when you see that thing? Is it bring you happiness? Does it bring you bad memories of like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, or I can't believe I was with this person, and how much it hurts me? So, so the question is like, why am I still holding on to that thing? What kind of energy it gives me? What does it do for me in my life?
Mhm.
And many of us just, we take it for granted, like it's just there and it's just doesn't do anything. But the thing is that it's energy. Everything we have in our home is about energy. And it gives us sometimes good energy and sometimes it gives us bad energy. And so today we're going to talk about beyond the fact of doing spring cleaning is to talk about the emotional cost of clutter. Is because in Feng Shui, energy work in self-awareness helps us let go of things. It helps us, create the clarity of what we didn't see 5 minutes ago. Because if I told you now that you have something on your nose, or if I have something on my nose, you're going to start paying attention and looking at my nose to see if there is something there. That is the same thing. Is that energy that we may not realize, but the minute someone is putting a point to it or create that awareness, now we're looking at it in a different kind of a way, if it makes sense.
Totally does. All right. Thank you for this.
Um,
Ooh.
so what's the story behind this stuff? So let's break it down to the emotional clutter that most of us carry. So is it, for example, and we all have it. Is this the someday clothes, that I fit before I had children? Is it the dress from 10 years ago? But ask yourself, is it a motivation to get to where I was? Or is it a self-punishment? Or is it a wishful thinking? What is in that dress, in that jeans,
Ooh.
that you are not talking about it, that you are not acknowledging as far as those clothes, or whatever item that will be? Then we have the guilt gift. How many of us, or how many of you, you received items from people that were toxic to you, a gift that they gave you when you had a good relationship with them, but
Yep.
now you're not even talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see that bag, or when you see that, I don't know, that watch or that clock or whatever it is that you get from them, just in case you keep in them, just in case, or out of obligation, maybe we'll make up. And then they're going to ask me, where is it? So all those things that we don't acknowledge, those thoughts are in our mind. There's this energy still there that we are not willing to let it go. The third one is the inherited pain. How many people have their mother-in-law's dining room, the end table, family table, coffee table, or any items, okay, that we feel obligated to hold on to it because they gave it to us.
Well, yeah, and people have this emotional attachment. My mom's cousins, they're in their 80s now. We went to their house for Easter, and they're talking about, eventually they'll pass, and they have this dining room table that's from probably like 1940s. So it was like their parents, and they're like, "Which one of you wants this table?" And I looked at them and I said, "No, ew." I said, so they were insulted. They're like, "Why? But this furniture is so built so beautiful." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's also like 60 years old, and that's not with
Right.
my style in my house." And they were like insulted. But those are people that attach and hold on to things thinking that they're so much more than they are because of the memory that is from their mother and
Right.
it's solid wood. And I'm just like, no.
And I want to, for anyone who hears me now, I just want to make it also like clear. It's not like I'm saying, okay, get rid of everything that you
Yes.
have from old, from inherited or something that you love. No, that is not what it is. Because yes, there are things that we want to hold on to. For example, I have my late father-in-law's piano that when he was alive, he gave my son.
Aw.
He was the first boy
Aw.
grandchild, and his name after him. And he said, David will receive this piano. So this is something that I don't think we will ever let go. This is something that my son will take it to his house one day. But it's the thing that we take and then sits with us. But then we have those thoughts. I'm like, oh, you know what? I really hate that. I have stories of women who didn't want to sit down in their dining room because they hated that it was from their mother-in-law. Okay, so all those things, yeah, you take them, but there is a little bit of anger there. So you don't like to sit in your dining room because she gave it to you. So why are you holding on to it? So those
Yeah.
are the things I'm talking about, is when the memories hold on to pain, hold on to bad memories. That's when we have to release that stagnant and just acknowledge it. Okay, it could be an old painting, it could be a china, it could be, when you hold that, we'll talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it yet,
Yeah,
but
sure, sure, sure.
those are the things that I'm talking about. If it makes you feel good, you keep it. But
Great.
if there is
But
something there, then you have to ask yourself that but and why. The last thing is broken things. Okay, how many things that we have broken in our lives that we're like, oh my God, I mean, I got this as a gift, or it cost me $100. I cannot throw it away. Okay. And then we keep it. Okay. But it's like that someday we'll fix it. What does that symbolize in your life? Is like the someday I'm going to be wealthy. The someday I'm going to go on the trip. What energy that someday, that broken item that you come every day and you see it in front of you, what does it resonate to you? That those are the questions we have to ask. I grew up in a home
yeah.
that if something was broken, you throw it in the garbage, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
it was bad luck to hold on to broken things. So I grew up like that, but I have many friends that don't. Then yeah, they fix it. So it's just, you have to ask yourself, what are you doing with it, and why are you? What does it symbolize in your life for you holding it on?
My goodness. A lot of
So
emotional baggage here. The story behind the stuff we're
yes,
talking about.
yes,
Oh, yeah. The someday clothes, the guilt gifts, the inherited pain, the broken things. We are here today
yes,
learning to let go, and we need to. It's this emotional clutter, not just physical. So thank you for breaking this down for us,
yes.
really. Really,
And
what's the one item that would have you've kept that you don't love, but you're afraid to let go of? Any,
oh,
can I
I
get
had
that?
a few things. Oh, I had a few things. And if I can share, I'll share
Yeah.
one or two. But I had two candlesticks, beautiful candlesticks that I received from someone. And for years I had them. And I never realized, I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. They're beautiful. And they were like with gold and glass. And when I started going deep into feng shui, I looked at it one day, and then one of them was higher than the other. And in feng shui, it represents a few different things, which I'm not going to get into it right now. But when I recognized that, I'm like, oh my God. I said, I cannot keep this anymore. As much as I love it. So I said, I am letting it go. And I asked the person, I said, listen, I don't need it anymore. I don't want it. Do you want it? Or I'm going to donate it. And she
Huh.
said, no, I'll take it back. I said, good. And you know what? And after that, I felt myself getting stronger, getting more clarity. Um, and I had like a few sculptures that I was looking at them for years every morning. And when I realized what it represented, I'm like, oh my God. I think I had maybe eight of them at my home because I loved it so much. I got rid of everything. And things definitely opened up for me energetically, emotionally, and physically, that I see in my life how much I changed, how much I became stronger. Now, those things for all of us, they are being taken for, like, what are you talking about? It's like stopping at a red light and starting going in a green light. We do it automatically. So we have to understand the deeper meaning of
Connection.
each one.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yes. So that means that everything in your home represent something. It could be a person, a memory, a story, a painful thing. Okay. And we need to ask ourselves, why are we still holding on? Is it something that we still want to hold on because it keeps us close to that person? Or is it something that we keep it because we don't want to let go of that anger? We don't want to let go of the pain, and we don't want to move forward subconsciously, of course. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, so what is Feng Shui teaches us about letting go?
Tell
So in
us.
Feng Shui, clutter is stuck energy. It's
Oh,
blocked opportunity. It's blocked clarity. So
okay.
when we have things like that, we just holding on to stuck energy. It's a situation. It's something that we resent even. Okay, and it's a memory that can drain us if we don't acknowledge it.
Oh, wow.
So every item in your home, when you guys are gonna finish this episode, you're gonna go now, and I want you to go and look around your home. Okay. And I want you to see the things that you have. Is it a chair? Is it a picture? Is it a photo? Okay. Or it's a statue, whatever it is. Okay. It holds a story. It's hold a vibration, a frequency. And we have to ask again, how does that make me feel?
Oh,
And like I told you about my statue, but it gave me clarity. It gave me understanding of what I was doing and why I was actually stuck. So your home and your business, it reflects your inner world.
yeah.
Okay. And for example, if your closet, for example, if it's messy and there is a big chaos and you don't can't find anything and everything is on the floor, there is also a chaos in your mind or in your heart. And it's something that you're not letting it go. Okay. So if
Guilty.
today, these are some of the things you go. Here are my 3 seconds rule. Okay. Well, number one is let it go. Fix your
Mm-hmm.
closet. Okay.
Okay.
Fix your closet, organize it, and ask yourself the 3 second rule is if you hold it and it doesn't spark peace, release it. Okay, just let it go. Why are you holding it back?
Yeah.
Why? And also is there's in every area in our home there is a mirror of part of our life. And of course, I'm not going to get into it as far as like the bagua, but here's a tip. For example, what do you have in your bedroom? Okay, do you have vibrate colors in your bedroom? How are you sleeping? Okay, do you have pictures of like, let's say, New York City in your bedroom? Most likely you're not sleeping well because there is
Hmm.
busyness going on all the time. Or for example, if you're in your family room where family is supposed to get together, you have guns hanging, or very very violent photos. What are you given to the world? I mean, because this is supposed to be an energy of welcoming and let's get together. And there is fighting going on. There is energy of yang. There is energy of anger. So all those things needs to be be understandable to recognize the signs. And so the other thing is, the last thing is that also, before you throw, once you decided to throw something, just take it and say, thank you for what you
Yeah.
taught me. And I release it with love and just let it
Ah,
go, because and you'll see how good you're going to feel. I'm getting messages from my followers of how much I help them to release the bad energy because they're letting go of things that are just standing there and doesn't do anything for them. And instead, you have no idea how much I help them, which I makes me so humble and honored to be able to influence and help people this way. So that is something that's why I sign up to do, is to help people create that great vibration and great energy in their life. And and just like the emotional goodbyes and the energetic rituals, it may be deeply powerful. I'm just like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not doing that. That's okay. Do what makes you feel good. And sometimes if we ask like permission from our spirit guidance
yes.
to release and to reset,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
so you can like maybe write a goodbye or to the object that someone who hurt you gave it to you, and just speak it out to the universe exactly what you're feeling inside here, because it's proven that when we speak, when we write our feeling and an emotional held up, it releases it and it helps us move forward. Or you can light a candle and say, I now release what no longer serves me in my highest peace. Or there is another ritual you can do, is like put a sea salt, or sea salt in a bowl, put it in the clutter area, and lets that stagnant energy absorb it, and then remove it and just throw it, and just say, give the item and or donating the item. I truly believe in donating items because it helps somebody else. So just say it. May this item be blessed to the new owner better than it did to me. So all those things is not just about the decluttering.
Nope.
It's about reclaiming your space physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Ah, my goodness. Thank you. And you're going to give us some tips about this too, right?
Well, yes, and here is some of the stuff is to understand is that you are not a storage bin. You're not
Ah, I
something
feel
that
like
you're
that.
supposed to hold things of the past, because we're already moving and holding out so many things of people, especially people that hurt us or didn't make us feel good. Because you deserve to come to a home and to a life that feel like it's peace. It is your a sanctuary. Okay, so maybe journaling, why are you still holding on onto those things, onto those items? And maybe try some ritual, small ritual this year, and maybe share a letting go ceremony, and say, I'd take your spouse, take your children. It's like, this sofa or this, I don't know, vase, I don't like it. It's like, why is it still here? Let's just go. And just, and if you are hearing me and you want to do it, and if you want to share it with me,
Yeah.
please tag me on Lilach Adoni on Instagram, and maybe I'll feature you in my story. And that will be great thing for you to actually to once you do it, to actually acknowledge your feeling. How does it make you feel good right now? Your home is sanctuary, and your peace is worth protecting, and your future, it deserves to grow, not to stay in place, and not to hold on to our luggage and keep going backwards. Okay, we want to live in the in today, the here and now, and to the future, and not so much to hold our bad baggage behind us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. You are just relating to me. I have so much clutter in my house, so many things I can't get rid of. And I know there's a deeper root to it. Why I can't pick up these piles. There's piles of mail, then there's piles of clothes, but I just can't get it. I have one room that I throw everything in. And every day I think about it and I say to myself, I got to do this. And I'm not doing it. What's going on? What's
Yeah.
happening to me?
Well, you're asking me that, I will tell you,
Yeah.
it's you don't want to deal with the situation. You don't want to deal with something that is holding you tight. So sometimes when we see something, we just close the door and we're like, okay, tomorrow, tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes because there is emotional baggage there that we're not yet acknowledging. And the easy way that I always like to say, start with one drawer,
Okay.
one tiny little drawer, and then you'll see how that make you feel when you threw three different things and you're like, oh my God, this is so silly, why is it still here?
Yeah.
And those things, and asking ourselves those questions, why I'm not doing it, why I'm not letting it go, and what's holding me back from
What?
actually organizing my life. So those are some of the things that when we have hard time to do that, those are the questions to ask ourselves. And I don't know if I have a few more minutes
Yes, go ahead.
to talk about the month of the snake. And the reason that I want to
Yes.
mention the month of the snake is because this is since 2024, when we enter period 9. This is the first month when we are in a month of a snake, which is a fire, in a year of fire, okay,
Ooh,
and a period of fire. That means it's begun to actually live in fire element. And what does that mean? It means that many of us feeling overwhelmed, feeling scattered, extra emotional right now, okay? And look at what's going on in the world. We are like on the verge of almost World War III. People live in a chaos. Now, there is chaos, there is anger, there is also transformation, and there is also healing. But here is something that I want a lot of people to remember. Healing usually comes from a trauma, and the snake also represents a trauma. It represents something substantial that we went through or gonna go through. And in order for us to understand that trauma, and to acknowledge it, we need to understand and to heal our trauma. And why is that? So that trauma won't come back. Because if we deal with our pain, it's easier for us to stand strong and say, okay, I got it. I learned the lesson. This is how I'm going to move forward. So you're not broken, and nothing is going. You're not going crazy. And yes, this month is not business as usual. It's the beginning of powerful transformation. Okay, so think about the fire. Fire can light the light and the path ahead, or it can burn everything down. It is our power to choose whether we're going to burn it or we're going to make it a laser. And this is something this month will be very, very people going to feel like in chaos, that they cannot contain the whole going things that's going on, and they're going to feel restless, anxious, and emotionally fried. So this is what you can
wow.
do for yourself. Number one, center yourself,
Okay, center.
meditate, nature,
Okay,
stillness, deep breathing. Just
try.
keep the quiet, okay? Don't let this noise and this like going on all over. So center yourself. Then write it down. Goals, fears,
Mhm.
visions. Get it out of your head, because we have a lot of thoughts here
Oh, yeah.
And those thoughts can just, it can actually, shut down all that fire that
Hmm.
we have, but then it will make us sad. And that's where the emotional aspect comes. So organize it and talk about it, and just what do you want from the next few months? And organize your space that I've been talking about it, because fire feeds on clutter. So clean it and calm your mind. Also create boundaries. This is a very key word that most people need to understand and to guide it in their life, is because without those boundaries, the fire spreads everywhere. Without learning to say no to people, without learning to actually put no, I don't like it, or I don't want to listen to this episode, or I don't want to listen to the news, and I really do not want to jump into your box and stop arguing and fighting with you. Those are boundaries, not to let other people energy create your energy. And
Beautiful.
focus on your energy, because without that, when you're focused, you are in a laser understanding of exactly where you want to go and what do you want to do. Okay, so this is your chance to rise and not spiral with the right tools. And it is just, you just need clarity. Okay, so let this month stop your doubting and get your power back and start directing. And if you need to reach out to a friend, a mentor, somebody to talk about your feelings, do that. I'm here all the time for questions and helping people, but you're not alone. This is not the time to be alone. This is the time to be together and to actually acknowledge our emotions.
Beautifully said. Thank you so much for being here, for joining us. Always appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jill. I appreciate it.
Tell us how we can reach out to you.
You can reach me at shwayoflife@gmail.com, or go to shwayoflife.com. My phone number is 732-261-7235. And you can follow me on Shway of Life or Lilach Adoni on Instagram and Facebook and
Beautiful.
TikTok.
Thank you so much. You
Yes.
have a fantastic day and looking forward to the next time we connect. Great show. Love
Yes.
it. Great breakdown and reminding me I have a lot to take care of myself, and a lot of you all probably do as well. Thank you again, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. Have a
Bye-bye.
beautiful week.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.